sharing a room with Mr. Anderson this week. He's at Whole Foods. Just been feeling a little bit stressed, especially today. I think because I've been moving, like went to Red Foo's place, so I had to pack all my stuff from the housing in San Diego, take it to Red Foo's, just living out of a suitcase in the car for a day, and then not having my routines, like slept in, didn't have any time to myself in the morning to ride, or just have some nice quiet time to myself. And I just realised again how important routine is for me and for my calmness and for my clarity, and to keep the stress levels down. It's such an important part. So thank you, stress, for letting me know that I need to have a little bit more routine, and I will get back into it. This is part of it. This is the start, unpacking, getting a nice sense of homeliness, if I can call it that. And then I'm going to do some much needed mobility. I'm going to do a big session. Body's feeling a little bit stiff. Probably do an hour, maybe even hour and a half of stretching and mobility. So back on the horse. New week. Where am I in? Lakewood. And literally it's the biggest blur sometimes. Blur Smith. Honestly, best thing ever, having a little Airbnb gym. Ridiculous, although a bit of a sweatbox here in the garage. Just finished a little sesh with Ollie. Oh, I'm not finished yet. I'm gonna do a little bit of shoulder stuff. Pecs a little tight, but nothing some shoulder stuff won't fix. Little balls. I'll serve you as hard as I can, okay?
Your destination is on the right.
Match day, baby. Little pre-match warm-up. Get the body moving. I think it's just about to finish match for me. No, I haven't been doing well, but every match has been so exciting because I feel like I always have that feeling this could be it, This could be it. This could be the start of it all. And I'm really optimistic about my breakthrough, and belief is contradicted to my results that I'm in a really good spot. So I know I can do it. Let's get out there, let's have some fun, and let's play free, baby. Almost. No disrespect to my opponent, but that was like I'm admiring myself for how much I'm just fighting when I'm just playing. To be honest, and I don't like to say it, but I like to be honest in this channel. I don't like to say it because I don't like to breathe life into it. Try not to carry the past, That was some pretty hard tennis. So I'm back here on the training court. So I'm not gonna hope it happens. I'm gonna make it happen. Come on, baby. Fuck, I've been fighting. My attitude's been absolutely relentless. Just pulled up to the courts. Another challenge awaits, baby. Second round against, who am I playing? Edom someone. College player. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be handy. It's weird. He's a college player and he uses an arrow. I haven't seen that before. Only every college player ever. There must be something to it. Going into the second round match here at Lakewood, I had a really big inkling just to really lower my ball speed and to make as many balls as I possibly could, and to build a kind of base at the start of the match, and to then build up from there. I think partly that thought came about because I was struggling at the start of matches just with errors, and I've just been going through a little bit of a loss of identity on the court, and although I've been trying and working really, really hard, I just haven't found my game. So I just wanted to see how I would go, lowering my ball speed and just not missing. And you can see that first rally had to be put in double speed because the rallies are just, some of these rallies are so ridiculously long because he didn't like to go after the ball too much himself. So it's 5 games all first set. I'm playing really within myself, not giving him any errors. But I kind of accepted it. I accepted the way I was playing. I didn't want to try and play good. I was out there to really try and get into the heat of the battle and try to make it an absolute war. And I was really pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised with how I was able to, stay in the rallies with the low ball speed and get up a break in this second set. You can watch this dive slow-mo. It's pretty... Sometimes I don't even choose to do this. It kind of just happens. You can see how I kind of bounce a bit on the hard court. But yeah, this match was incredibly eye-opening. It made me realise how I was trying to play... So I'm trying to stop when the ref talks because he tells the score. There's no scoreboard. But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised at how low my ball speed was, but how I wasn't getting bullied around the court. And this match was really pivotal for me. Just seeing that I'm trying to do things, I'm trying to be too special out there. I'm trying to hit the ball too hard and too good, and made me realise that my base level, when I'm playing really within myself, that can be good enough at this level. And obviously, it depends on who you're playing. But a bit of frustration there, but overall really happy with how I was competing. Down a break in this third set, and it's an absolute war. None of us are really, both of us are pretty scared to go after the ball. And he gives me a sloppy game to give me the break back. Another rally in double speed. And as I said before, this match would prove pivotal in just the way I was seeing my matches. And I was starting to get some more matches under my belt, and I think that helped me really see that, I was trying to do too much, and I didn't have to, do so much to be a good player. I'd have to keep it really simple, just make good quality balls. And yes, I'm going to have to play more aggressive than this in the future. But it's just really unlocked my base game of just being really consistent, getting in the heat of the battle, using my movement. You can see that absolute monster rally. Monster rally to give him the break again in the third set. And again, sloppy game from Emon to give me the break back. 4-3 in the third set. Desperation grunt. And unfortunately, hopping in the car after a 6 in the third victory. Boy, that was gritty. Car smells like paw because I left it in here last night. You're gonna have to take my word for the gritty performance, because I was filming my phone, had 100% charge. First of all, GoPro broke. Can't use that. Used my phone, but the match went too long, so my phone went out of charge, and it didn't save any of it. So, sorry that you can't watch it. He couldn't really hurt me at all, especially when I was going into his backhand. I was just going in there and just being really patient. At times, steering a little bit away from the game plan. But I did a good job of just kind of accepting the game style I needed to win. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't aggressive. But it got the job done. Really proud of myself mentally. I just stayed very patient, played tactically smart most of the time. I went away from it a little bit at times, pulled the trigger too early. But I was just building points out of his backhand. There's just a lot of rallies off my forehand into his backhand, me waiting for the short ball. Missed a lot of opportunities, execution-wise, and just sometimes a bit passive with taking on the short ball. But, a win's a win, and right now wins are great. I'm really excited to get to play another match. Hit a sick dive volley, but hurt my leg a bit, but it's fine. But yeah, just amped here to play another match. Come on, baby. Let's go. been hitting a fair few doubles in my matches, so out here doing a lot of second serves. A lot of different drills just to get the feel of the brush up the back of the ball. And yeah, just a lot of serving reps. I feel like on my second serve at the moment, I'm hitting it too much at the top and I'm not giving the ball, my racket, enough room to brush. So I'm going to focus on trying to let the ball drop just that little bit so I can brush up the back of it. But yeah, also incorporating some fun drills, a couple I learned from Des Tyson, just to really get that feeling of the ball brushing up on the racket. This one, I'm trying to get it as high as I can and get it in the service box. Getting out there before everyone else, rolling a few serves over, getting a few extras done. Two things you never regret, or me anyway: ocean swims and a basket of serves. Two things, mate. You go shopping? Usually got a Whole Foods, but mixing up today with the sprouts. Pulled out of the dubs with a little shoulder niggle, but it'll be sweet for singles, I'm sure. Just obviously prioritising singles, so I didn't want to injure myself playing the dubs. So it would have been fun to step on court with Ollie again, but our shot for the title is going to have to wait. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Docked up on the bread again, some raw milk, some electrolytes because I ran out. Always have to make sure it has this little thing on it, or else there's a chance of contamination of a burn substance. Water, coconut water, polished it within 2 minutes. Bloody hell, I love these American supermarkets. Unreal. Got back in the car to my shop. Window is open the whole time, which is good. Shop is $111 US. It's always tough having a shop and then checking the receipt after, especially I've been trying to eat organic and as good quality as I possibly can. And it costs probably about double what it usually would if I was just full scavenge and not buying the best quality stuff I could. But for me, that is a cost I'll take every single time. Just how much I'm pushing my body and my mind. I want it to be as healthy as it possibly can be. And there's a lot of sinister chemicals in the stuff we eat, even though, you know, it might be just the normal fruit and veggies, but then realizing what they're sprayed with and carcinogens and all that. To be honest, I'm not that clued up about it, but I'm clued up enough and enough to make a conscious decision to choose to do otherwise. Yeah, I'm about to back to the Airbnb, playing my second round tomorrow. Yeah, accidentally walked out with this coconut water in my trolley. Saved a cheeky $3 US, vamos. That'll go a long way. But yeah, the conversion rate kills me every time. Quarterfinals day today, baby. Cook some eggs. Got a warm lemon water. It's go time. Up against Trevor Svarter in the quarterfinals. It's actually Zach Svarter's younger brother. Zach, I'm not sure if I don't think he's broken inside the top 100, but a very established player, had some amazing wins and won a fair few challenges. So I knew he had a bit of Zach's DNA in him, Trevor, so I knew he was going to be up for a fight. And you can tell that they are brothers, or at least have the same coach, because they're both super smooth, very efficient with their bodies, never look like they're playing without of themselves. But I contrary to how I've been gone recently, I started off really good, very free, and that's been the goal for me lately. And I was really happy with the start of this match, just from the get-go, not really playing in my shell too much, playing very within myself, but just very measured aggression and not caring so much about the consequence, and not caring so much about hitting the ball in or out, just committing to it how I should, and as a result the ball goes in. It's weird that one. But after a good start, I keep the ball rolling and I get up in the first set pretty comfortably. But this is where the match kind of turned on its head. That shot there, just emblematic of the tightness that's too loved to Trevor. I was just, played a bit hesitant in the start of the second. I had the mindset of, if I can just keep the ball rolling from the first set, then I knew I was going to put myself in a really good position. So that almost made me a bit tentative and scared. And after looking back at this match, that's probably the most disappointing part. But you can see Trevor can play some really, really good tennis, and I kind of allowed him to do so with giving him that break early in the second set. You know, he's not worried about constantly having to hold serve because he's down the scoreboard. He can kind of play a little bit more free, and the way he plays with a bit of freedom, it's going to be tough, and it was. 6-1, Svada, second set, so a bit of a seesaw affair so far. And Trevor really forced me to play better tennis in the third set because he was too good for my tight stick and poke game of tennis. But absolutely scary point here. Ridic dig. Good hands from old Trev. Guesses the right way. And gets the neck cord. I remember that being a pretty big point, actually, I think. And that good 4-y pass gets me up 5-3 in the third set, serving for it. And it's an absolute beauty of a forehand from Trevor to keep himself in the match. I'm pretty sure that was like a 30-all point. You can see they're playing a little bit tight because I'm down break point. And frustrated at the ref, but really just frustrated at myself. And this is break point 2. So you can see tennis, it can just turn so quickly. And all of a sudden, Trevor's got a match point, 6-5 in the third. Grunt of desperation, doing anything I can to stay in this match. But ultimately, Svada is too good. A bit of a seesaw affair. I thought I was a better player, but just fear kind of held me back at times. But all in all, really happy with my performance. It's a step in the right direction, but I know there's so much more to give.
Yeah. Working on getting a little super heavy and then pouncing on the short ball. Tough loss. Definitely had my chance, that's for sure. I definitely can't argue that this week's been good for my tennis to get 2 really tough matches and 3 matches overall. And it's really nice to feel that, you know, I'm competing against good players with, I think, very far off what I'm capable of. I feel like I'm finding it. I feel like I'm getting much more clear what I'm trying to do out there. And it's just now a matter of executing that and committing to it. Went out and trained straight after, keeping it really simple, heavy with the 4-y, backhand super solid, waiting for that ball that I can do something on. Just do that point after point after point after point after point. I think this loss and how I feel after it, yes, I'm disappointed, but further symbolises how good my relationship is with tennis right now and how I'm really just set on the process. I feel so clear on the process and my way forward, and title is brewing. The next 2 weeks, title's brewing. I can feel it in my bones.
Probably one of the best S&C guys I've ever worked with, Dirk Spitz, actually works for TA and has for many years, is when you're foam rolling, don't just go up and down like this, to actually flick over this side, almost like the tendons and the muscles are a rope, and you're kind of trying to iron out the knots this way. So this way, and when you get a good spot, really flick it over there. This is literally life on the tour. Me stringing a bat. Moz just did the dishes. Oliver Anderson testing his wrist. Day after my loss. What is it, Saturday morning? Body's a bit sore. Couple battles to do that to you. Left tricep and shoulder are sore somehow. Even though it does nothing besides toss the ball up and just steer my backy. On the patio, Airbnb, we're moving into another Airbnb because the next tournament, it's still in LA, but just over the other side. Palisades, I think it is, or Rolling Hills. So in a rich area, the tennis center. But we won't be staying there. We're going to be staying about 20 minutes away, save a bit of cash, get out of the rich suburb. Also, my dad arrives tomorrow, so that'll be awesome. Have his guidance. So yeah, enjoy a little day off. We'll go to the gym, use Ollie's. He bought a monthly pass at Anytime Fitness, so just use a bit of fraud and go in on his ID. So yeah.